Let me give you a random list of nouns. Book, pen, pencil, John, Mary, Delhi, Greece, gang, group, family. Okay, all these are nouns. And now let us look at each category of nouns. The first category I would like to deal with is the common noun. Now the common noun is a noun or a name that applies to a class in general. A class with similar features like man, woman, tree, flower, book, pencil. So anything, all these belong to the same category, and so a common noun is a word that denotes a common category or a class. Or the next category is what you would call the proper noun. Proper noun, as again you get the clue right from the word there, it refers to a particular person or a place or a thing. John is a proper noun. Seema is a proper noun. Rohan is a proper noun. Again, when I say Delhi, it is a proper noun. Kerala is a proper noun. So, nouns that refer to a particular person is called a proper noun. And when we use proper nouns, we have to remember that proper nouns should always be written with a capital letter. When you write a name, the name of a person, it always has to begin with a capital letter. Or when you write the name of a place, again, remember to use the capital letter for the proper noun. Sometimes there are instances where a proper noun is transformed into a common noun. Let me give you an example. Let's take, now this happens often with very famous personalities. Let's take the singer, the very popular singer Yeshudas. So Yeshudas, as it is a proper noun because it is the name of a person. But he is so popular a singer that he has become synonymous with anybody who sings well. So when I say that Jitesh is the Yeshudas of my class, what do I mean? I mean to say that Jitesh is a good singer. So there Yeshudas becomes a common noun, simply a word which means a gifted singer. So in such cases you can see that a proper noun is converted into a common noun. Same way when you say he thinks he is a Shakespeare, there again this is what happens. Shakespeare, the proper noun, means has come down the ages, he has come to mean anybody who is a gifted writer. So there are such cases. Usually we do not use articles along with a proper noun. We do not say the John, the Joseph, the Mary, or we do not use a or an either. A John, a Mary, that is also not proper, grammatically right. Except in certain, or most rules have exceptions, except in certain conditions where, let me give you an instance. Suppose I was in the class and I had a phone call, the phone in the department or in the staff room had rung and somebody had called for me. And so when I come back after class, one of my friends tells me that you had a call. And so I ask him who had called me, and he says Joseph had called. So there he means to say somebody called Joseph, somebody who he doesn't know. So in that case you can use a Joseph, but otherwise we generally do not use articles along with proper nouns. So that is about proper nouns. And then we go on to abstract and concrete nouns. A concrete noun, as the word tells us, is something that you can see or you can apprehend with your five senses, something that can be touched, seen, smelt, tasted or felt. These are all, such nouns are called concrete nouns, like book, fragrance, flower, all these are, most of the nouns are concrete nouns. And the opposite of the word concrete is abstract, something that you cannot lay your finger upon, something that you cannot really touch or see or feel. So that is not feel, but it's something that is not concrete, which is not tangible. So such nouns are called abstract nouns. They are often ideas, concepts, feelings like happiness, sorrow, intelligence, cleanliness, courage, education. All these are abstract nouns. Then we go on to the next category of nouns, the collective nouns. Collective nouns, usually a collective noun is a noun that is, let me give you an example first so that explanation becomes easier. A bunch is a collective noun. When I say a bunch of keys or a bunch of grapes, in a single bunch there are more than one components. There might be 2 or 3 or more keys in a bunch of keys. There might be 4 or 5 or 20 or 30 individual grapes in a bunch of grapes. So that kind of words, which though singular are contain a plurality, is called collective noun. Class is a collective noun. Many people mistake a collective noun with the plural. Boy and the plural is boys. Boy is singular, boys is plural. Boys is not collective noun. Collective noun is a word that even when singular contains a lot within it. Class is, as I told you, is an example. Crew is an example. A crew. In one crew, you have a lot of people. Team is another example. And these collective nouns do have plurals. I can say one crew, many crews, one class, many classes, one bunch, many bunches. So please do not confuse collective nouns with plurals, singular and plural. And then another kind of a noun that we can talk about, countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns or count nouns are the ones that you can count. They can have singular and plural. Again, pen, pen, pens, book, books, boy, boys. Now these are all countable nouns. Uncountable nouns, which are also called mass nouns, they cannot be counted. So you usually add some kind of a measure word with them. You say a glass of tea, a cup of water, so a glass of milk. So things that cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns, and they do not have plurals, they are always in singular. Yet another category is the compound noun, where you have a combination of words like a bus stop, checkout, mother-in-law, father-in-law. All these words are compound nouns, where some nouns or maybe an adjective and a noun combine to form one single noun. So these are the various categories of nouns, and you can definitely try finding out examples, more words of each category if you really want to be thorough with this various categories. So please do try out. You get a lot of sample exercises and games in grammar books and even on the net. So please do try some of them.